Whether it be a friend, family member, or coworker, you've probably seen someone vaping. And with the large number of vapors around nowadays, the question of why do people even bother using these things does tend to arise. I'm Ricardo with Vape and Validate. Today we're going to be explaining why you should or shouldn't use a vaporizer. So what is vaping? Vaping is simply a form of tobacco harm reduction. It has been scientifically proven to be at least 95% safer than traditional tobacco cigarettes. That's why millions of people have made the switch from smoking to vaping to prevent further damage to their bodies. So what is a vape made of? Vaporizers consist of several different parts, the first of which is the atomizer. This is going to be the part that holds the liquid, heating element, and wicking material. There are a multitude of variations for atomizers, but the two most common types are going to be pre-built coil head atomizers, also known as tanks, or rebuildable atomizers, commonly referred to as RDAs. Tanks with pre-built coil heads don't require any building or assembly. Rebuildables, on the other hand, are going to require you to install the coil and the wicking material yourself. Since the install on rebuildables is a little bit more complicated, we'll be doing a future video on that to explain as much detail as possible. The heating element inside of atomizers is referred to as a coil. It is typically a strand of wire wrapped into a coil. But nowadays, many manufacturers have switched from using regular wire to using wire mesh. And since this is a more even heating surface, you're going to get more flavor and longer coil life. The wicking material inside of atomizers is almost always cotton, but some manufacturers use cotton blends or other materials such as ceramic. The fluid that goes inside of the atomizer is commonly referred to as e-juice or e-liquid. This is going to be a flavored concentrate mixed with propylene glycol or PG and vegetable glycerin or VG, and if you so choose, nicotine as well. The reason VG and PG are the most common ingredients you'll find inside of e-liquid is because they're both used as suspension agents for the concentrate and the nicotine. They're both generally recognized as safe by the FDA, tasteless, and used safely by people every day. In e-liquids, you'll find blends that use either 100% PG or VG, or blends that use both. The most common mixture is 70% VG and 30% PG. PG is thin, carries more flavor, produces less vapor, but some of the population is allergic and or sensitive to PG. VG, on the other hand, is thick, produces more vapor, carries less flavor, and is super hyperallergenic. The unit that supplies the power to the atomizer is commonly referred to as a mod. Mods come in all shapes, sizes, and colors to fit your personal taste as best as possible. Some self-regulate their power from the heating element, and others have the ability for you to adjust them manually. Mods will either have internal batteries that just charge with a simple USB connection or need external batteries that require a separate charger. Some units even have the atomizer already built in for extra ease of use. Once you have picked out your atomizer and mod of choice, you can now assemble everything together. Start by priming the heating element. This means soaking e-liquid into the wicking material to prevent burning out the coil head too quickly. Next, place the coil head inside the tank, fill the tank with e-liquid, and attach it to the mod. Once everything is set up to your personal preference, you can now vape to your little heart's content. But why vaporize the nicotine? Why not, smoke it? The reason nicotine is administered this way instead of burning is because by vaporizing the nicotine, you prevent the production of tar and cancer-causing carcinogens. You remember that 95% safer part at the beginning of the video? That was from studies conducted by the Royal College of Physicians, the same medical group that originally linked lung cancer to cigarette usage. And due to the vaping industry being mainly led by former smokers looking to help others, it is on average 85% cheaper than smoking traditional tobacco cigarettes. What about other cigarette alternatives such as nicotine patches or nicotine gum? A recent study from the New England Journal of Medicine found vapor products to be almost twice as effective in helping people quit cigarettes than other nicotine replacement products such as nicotine patches and nicotine gum. They took 886 smokers looking to quit and gave half of them a vapor product and the other half the nicotine replacement product of their choice. The conclusion of the study was the 1-year abstinence rate was 9.9% of people with the nicotine replacement product group and 18% with the vapor product group after just 3 months of usage. Wow, so should I vape? If you're a current smoker, then yes. It is almost a no-brainer to switch from smoking to vaping because not only is it a cheaper option, but a much healthier one as well. And that's exactly why vaping is around, to help people make a switch to a healthier alternative. Since I switched from cigarettes to vaping, I have noticed less of a dependency to nicotine, and I can breathe much better. And in the 3.5 years of me working at a vape shop, I have helped hundreds of people with the same results. With all these benefits, why shouldn't you vape? You see, the problem lies with non-smokers. Vaping is first and foremost a cigarette alternative and is not intended for anyone under the age of 18 or 21 in select states, or anyone who isn't a current smoker. So if you aren't currently smoking, I say stay away from smoking and vaping. It's just going to be an addictive habit that is an unnecessary cost to you. And even though there is severely reduced harm with vaping as compared to cigarettes, staying away from any harm at all is going to be the most beneficial option possible. There is a gray area with this, however. If you've already been experimenting with cigarettes but haven't yet become addicted, weigh out your options. If you feel like you can go without nicotine, stay away from smoking and vaping. It's going to be your best course of action. But if you feel like you want to continue to use nicotine products and are legally able to purchase nicotine products, I say switch to a vape while you're not yet addicted to cigarettes to make it as easy as possible to switch. That's all we have for you today, guys. If you have any more questions about vaping, you can always contact your local vape shop, but if they have no idea what the hell you're talking about, ask them in the comments down below or email us at vapeinvalidate@gmail.com, and you might just see them in a future video. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and hit the like button and make sure to subscribe to see more of our content to help you make decisions towards a better vaping lifestyle. I'm Ricardo with Vape and Validate, and we'll see you next time. It's so good.